Now, today's our topic is classification of magnetic materials. Classification of magnetic materials. Now, before going to start today's class, just we should revise our previous class. So, in previous class, what I explained, properties of magnets, correct? Properties of magnetism. Now, each and every magnet having some properties. Properties is nothing but parameters, correct? So, what is that parameters? I explained in the previous class. Magnetizing field, magnetic permeability, and the intensity of magnetization, magnetic induction, and magnetic susceptibility. So, about these 5 topics I explained in yesterday's class. Okay. Now, today our topic is, our next topic actually, classification of magnetic materials. Okay. So, before going to start this class, I would like to ask a question to you. If you think about yourself after asking this question, easily you will connect yourself with this class. Okay. So, classification of magnetic materials. I would like to ask a question I told you already. Suppose this is the magnetic material. I am saying this is the magnetic material. Then you should ask me is a question, Master, how you are saying this is a magnetic material? I am saying this is the magnetic material. Sorry. This is the magnetic material. How we should say this is the magnetic material? Okay, actually this is the one of the material. This pen is the one of the material. I am saying this is the magnetic material. How I will say? I am saying this is the magnetic material. Now, which material having magnetic dipole moment? Which material having magnetic dipole moment? That materials are the perfectly magnetic materials. Which material having the magnetic dipole moment? Magnetic dipole moment. Magnetic dipole moment. Which material having magnetic dipole moment? Dipole moment. We indicated which term we are indicating the magnetic dipole moment? T. We know the target. So, which material having the magnetic dipole moment? That materials are the magnetic materials. Okay. Okay. Now I am saying which material having the magnetic dipole moment? That material is the magnetic material. Again you get one doubt. How we know this material having magnetic dipole moment? How we know this material having magnetic dipole moment? Okay, I told you this material having magnetic dipole moment means this material is a magnetic material. Okay. Then how I am saying this material having magnetic dipole moment? How I will say? How I will find it? That means, suppose this is the material, right? This is the material. I told you in the previous classes, each and every material is the combination of the molecules or atoms, correct? Each and every material is the combination of the atoms. At the same time, each and every atom having particles, elementary particles, correct? No? Once again I am saying, because this is an important, please listen. Each and every material is a combination of the atoms. So each and every atom having the elementary particles like proton, neutron, electron. Okay, so you forgot about that proton and neutrons. Just we'll talk about the electrons. Okay, so this is the material. This material is the combination of the atoms. and the atoms having the electrons. In that electrons of this material are moving uniformly. If the electrons of this material are moving uniformly, means this material having dipole moment, magnetic dipole moment. The electrons of this material are moving uniformly. Uniformly means straight format. Okay, so if the electrons of this material, so here what I told you, that in this material having electrons, that electrons are moving uniformly, means this material having the magnetic dipole moment. So this magnetic material having magnetic dipole moment means this material is the magnetic material. Okay, so remember, whenever electrons of this material moving uniformly means this material having the magnetic dipole moment. Whenever this electrons of this material moving randomly, means this material does not having the magnetic dipole moment. So this material not having the magnetic dipole moment means it's not a magnetic material. Okay, so electrons are moving uniformly means that material having the magnetic dipole moment. So magnetic dipole, that material having magnetic dipole moment means that is the magnetic material. At the same time, electrons are moving randomly, means random means it's not particular direction, it is moving, some electrons are moving like this and some electrons are moving like this in random directions. Okay, so electrons of this material are moving in random direction, means this material is not having the magnetic dipole moment. Okay, so it's not having magnetic dipole moment means it's not a magnetic material. Okay, so this is the explanation about the magnetic material, how to identify the magnetic material. Okay, so I hope you understood this. Now, based on the behavior of the magnetic materials, are divided into three types. Based on the behavior, magnetic materials are divided into three types. Okay, so what is that three types? That one is, first one is diamagnetic materials. Second one is paramagnetic materials. And third one is ferromagnetic materials. These are the three types of the magnetic materials based on the behavior. Okay, so diamagnetic materials, paramagnetic materials, ferromagnetic materials. About these three types of magnetic materials, we can discuss one by one. Okay, now the first type of magnetic material is diamagnetic materials. Now we should discuss about these diamagnetic materials. Diamagnetic materials is nothing but a magnetic materials never accept external magnetic field. That types of magnetic materials are called diamagnetic materials. I will tell you again. Which magnetic materials are never accept external magnetic field are called diamagnetic materials. I will write you which magnetic materials which magnetic materials never accept external magnetic field. External magnetic field which magnetic materials never accept external magnetic field. These materials are called diamagnetic materials. These materials are called diamagnetic materials. Diamagnetic materials. Okay. So which magnetic materials never accept external magnetic field? I will tell you explanation. Suppose this is the north pole and this is the south pole. So the magnetic field direction is like this. Okay. This is the north pole and this is the south pole, and this is the magnetic field lines. In this magnetic field lines, I will place one magnetic material. In this magnetic field, we know this is the magnetic field. In this magnetic field, I will place one magnetic material. Okay, suppose this is the magnetic material. Okay, this magnetic material I am placing here. Okay, wait. Now, this is the north pole and this is the south pole. I am placing this magnetic material. See here. This is the magnetic field. This is the magnetic material. Okay, magnetic material. Now this magnetic material I am placing here. So after placing this magnetic material, what is happening in the direction of the magnetic field lines? What is happening? How it is behaving? Before placing this magnetic material, the direction of the magnetic field lines is straight. Correct, no? Direction of the magnetic field lines is straight. But whenever you are placing this magnetic material here, what is the direction of the magnetic field lines? It is changing. Okay. Why? Because this magnetic material is not accepting this magnetic field lines. It will accept means that magnetic field lines, it will pass through that magnetic material. It will pass through this magnetic materials. Okay. Whenever this magnetic material is not accepting, not accepting means what? It is repelling. It is opposing. I hope you understood this concept. Which magnetic materials never accept external magnetic field? External magnetic field means this only. In this external magnetic field, I am placing one magnetic material. Okay. When you are placing that magnetic material, magnetic field line is, it is moving like this, changing the direction. Before straight direction, after placing this, it is changing. Okay, for what reason it is changing? Because that magnetic material is not accepting that magnetic field. Not accepting means it is opposing, it is repelling. Okay, for what reason it is repelling, you know? We know already, this is the magnetic material. Magnetic material having poles, south pole and north pole, correct? No. So, this magnetic material this is the North Pole and this is the South Pole. This is the external magnetic field. Direction is moving in this direction. This is the magnetic material. This is the North Pole and this is the South Pole. This magnetic material you are placing here. So we know already this is the North Pole and this is North Pole. Always North Pole and North Pole will be repel. Okay. So this magnetic line, this magnetic field line is moving coming from here to here. Whenever it is reached nearer to this North Pole, it is changing the direction. It is changing the direction because this is the North Pole and this is the North Pole. Okay. This field line is changing. You can remember one point. I am the magnetic material. Magnetic field is moving like this. Okay. I am not accepting this magnetic field. So what will happen? Magnetic field and it will come still here. Then it will change the direction. It will change the direction. Okay. So this is the definition of the diamagnetic materials. Which magnetic materials never accept external field, external magnetic field. These materials are called diamagnetic materials. Okay. So now this diamagnetic materials having some properties. This diamagnetic materials having some properties. We should see that properties. First property, magnetic susceptibility is negative. In diamagnetic materials, magnetic susceptibility is negative. I told you what is the magnetic susceptibility in yesterday's class. Okay, so that magnetic susceptibility of these diamagnetic materials are negative. Okay, magnetic susceptibility, which term we denoted? Xiom. Correct. And second property of this diamagnetic materials is relative permeability is slightly less than unity. Relative permeability. Relative permeability is slightly less than unity. Relative permeability means which term we can denote? Mu r. Mu suffix r. Correct? No. Relative permeability. I told you in yesterday's class, relative permeability is a type of the permeability. Okay. So mu r. So what is our step? What is the property? Second property. Relative permeability slightly means less, small. Less than unity. Slightly means little. Okay. So relative permeability is little less than unity. So relative permeability is small, less than, compared to 1, relative permeability is less. So here I am denoting mu r is less than 1. Unity means 1 only, no? So relative permeability is less than 1. Less than 1. Okay, slightly less than 1 means little. Now third point, the magnetic field lines are repelled by diamagnetic materials when placed in a magnetic field. I told you already this property when I was explained in the definition. That time itself I explained. The magnetic field lines are repelled. The magnetic field lines are repelled by diamagnetic materials. These diamagnetic materials are repelling the magnetic field lines when placed in a magnetic field. Whenever this diamagnetic materials we are placing in the external magnetic field, what is happening? That diamagnetic material is repelling the magnetic field lines. Correct. So only the direction is changing. Still it is straight line. It is changing the direction. Magnetic field line direction. Okay. Now last one is susceptibility is temperature independent. Susceptibility is temperature independent. We know already what is a susceptibility. Xiom. Xiom is temperature independent. Okay. Susceptibility is temperature independent. That means temperature does not depends on the susceptibility does not depends on the temperature. Okay, this is the 4 points what he mentioned in our textbook regarding this diamagnetic materials. Okay, so this is the definition and these are the properties of the diamagnetic materials. Okay, next one is paramagnetic materials. Paramagnetic materials. Now we'll see the definition of the paramagnetic materials. Which materials are accepting external magnetic field? Which materials are accepting external magnetic field? That materials are called paramagnetic materials. I will tell you about this. I will give you explanation about this definition. So which materials are accepting external magnetic field? Correct. So this is the magnetic field. This is the like external magnetic field, North Pole and South Pole. Okay. So this is the North Pole and this is the South Pole. The magnetic field lines are moving from north to south. Okay. Now this is the magnetic material. This is the magnetic material. Now this magnetic material I will place it on that external magnetic field. Okay, here I am placing this magnetic field. Magnetic material. This magnetic material I am placing here. Even though you placed the magnetic field lines, the direction of the magnetic field lines is changing. It's not changing. You placed the magnetic material in the magnetic field, but that magnetic field lines are moving as usually, as it is. Before how it's going, now also it is going like that only. Now also it is moving like that only. Because these paramagnetic materials are accepting these magnetic materials. Accepting means it will allow to pass through that material. Okay, magnetic field line is coming. I am the paramagnetic material. Magnetic field line is coming. It will flow into that material, that paramagnetic material, and will flow through this. It won't change any direction. It will flow through as usual. Because the paramagnetic materials are accepting, attracting. It's not repelling, it's not opposing like diamagnetic materials. It is accepting, it is attracting. Okay, so which materials are accepting external magnetic field? That materials are called paramagnetic materials. Okay, so this is the definition of these paramagnetic materials. These paramagnetic materials also having 4 properties. Now we should discuss about that properties. Okay, so the first property of this paramagnetic materials is magnetic susceptibility is small. Magnetic susceptibility is small and positive. Magnetic susceptibility, we know which term we can denote this magnetic susceptibility. Which term? Xi. This magnetic susceptibility is small and positive. Okay, and second property is relative permeability. Relative permeability, you know already. Which term we can denote? Mu suffix R. This relative permeability is greater than unity. Relative permeability is greater than unity means mu R greater than 1. Unity means what? 1. And third property is when magnetic field lines are attracted, paramagnetic materials, the magnetic field lines are attracted paramagnetic materials when placed in magnetic field. I told you when I was explaining the definition, I explained you already. What is that? The magnetic field lines are attracted paramagnetic materials. We know already. So which materials are attracting the magnetic field lines? That materials are the paramagnetic materials. Correct. So no need for explanation about this point because I already explained. Okay. So what is that? The magnetic field lines are attracted paramagnetic materials. Okay. When placed in a magnetic field. When we are placing the paramagnetic material in any other external magnetic field, what will happen? That paramagnetic materials will be attracting the magnetic field lines. Magnetic field. Okay. Then fourth point is susceptibility is inversely proportional to temperature. Susceptibility is inversely proportional to temperature. Just about this fourth point, I would like to tell something. So please. Susceptibility is inversely proportional to temperature. Susceptibility, which term we can denote? Xi. Xi suffix m is inversely proportional to temperature. Temperature means we can denote usually capital T, right? Capital T. So susceptibility is inversely proportional to temperature. Is inversely proportional to temperature. Remember, This relation is called, this relation is called Curie's law. What is that? Curie's law. This relation is called Curie's law. Susceptibility is inversely proportional to temperature. This relation is nothing but a Curie's law. It is an important 2 marks question. What is Curie's law? The relation between the susceptibility and temperature. What is that relation? Xym. That means susceptibility is inversely proportional to temperature. Susceptibility is inversely proportional to temperature. This relation is nothing but a Curie's law. Okay, and we know already. I don't want this proportionality. I want to change in equality form. What will happen? What we should do? Whenever we are converting proportionality to equal form, we can take one constant, right? So Xym is equal to, I am taking here constant C. Okay, I am taking here one constant C into 1 by T. And finally, Xym is equal to C by T. Okay, this is also a expression of the Curie's law. This is also correct and this is also correct. Here C is the Curie's constant. Here C is Curie's constant. Curie's constant. Here C is Curie's constant. Okay. Actually, inversely proportionality means what is the meaning? Inversely proportional means what is the meaning? This value is increasing means this value will decrease. Otherwise, this value will decrease means this value will be increase. Correct. So, according to that rule, I will draw the graph. I will draw the graph between the Xym and T. Xym and T. I will draw the graph. Okay, so in y-axis Xym, x-axis T. Okay, so what is the relation between both? Inversely proportional. Inversely means one is increasing means another decrease. Correct. So here, suppose temperature value is 0. Okay, temperature value is 0. This value is maximum. Temperature value is 0. 0 means nothing. So, whenever temperature value is 0, this Xym is maximum because both are inversely proportional. One is low means another one is maximum. One is minimum means another one is maximum. So, this one is temperature is 0 means this one is high. So, high means where suppose you can take high means here. So, temperature value is increasing continuously. Temperature value increasing means another value will be decreased. So, temperature is increasing means this value will be decreased. Correct? No. So, temperature is increasing 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 like that. This value continuously will be decreased. Okay. It is increased 5, it will be decreased somewhat. It is increased 10, it will be decreased somewhat. Like that, the temperature value is increasing means susceptibility value is decreasing. So this is the graph. Okay. So this is a graph of based on I draw this graph based on our Curie's law. What is the Curie's law? Xym is inversely proportional to temperature. Okay, so this is the explanation about the paramagnetic material. Next one is ferromagnetic materials. In the classification of magnetic materials, third type of magnetic materials is ferromagnetic materials. Now, the definition of this ferromagnetic materials is which materials are strongly attracted? Which materials are strongly attracted? external magnetic field. Which materials are strongly attract external magnetic field? That materials are called ferromagnetic materials. Which materials are strongly attract ferromagnetic external magnetic field? That type of materials are called ferromagnetic materials. Okay, so that is the definition. Here I would like to give some extra information about these ferromagnetic materials. That is, I will explain about the construction of these ferromagnetic materials. What is that? Construction. Okay, so this ferromagnetic materials is made up of small regions. Ferromagnetic materials is made up of small regions. I would like to draw here. This is the ferromagnetic material. Suppose I told you already, ferromagnetic material is made up of small regions. Correct. So these are the small regions. These are the small regions. Okay, this is one region and this is another region and this is another region and this is another region, like that. These are the regions. So ferromagnetic material is made up of small regions. Okay, that small region is nothing but a domain. What is the small region name? Domain. Domains. Okay, so the ferromagnetic material is made up of small regions. That regions is nothing but a domains. So what is this names? What is this names? Domain. Okay, so this small region's name what? Domain. Okay, so this is one domain and this is another domain, this is another domain, this is another domain, like that. So each small region is a one domain. Okay, now this each and every domain having magnetic field lines. Each and every domain having magnetic field lines in different directions. So this is one region. This region having, or this domain having magnetic field lines. The direction of this magnetic field lines is like this and like this one. This region, this domain also having magnetic field lines. What is the direction? This side. And this is also having, this domain also having magnetic field lines. The direction is this one. And this domain is also having magnetic field lines. Direction is this one. And this domain magnetic field direction is this side. And this domain magnetic field direction is top. Okay. And this domain is this direction, and this direction is like this, and this direction is like this. So each and every small region is nothing but a domain. So each and every domain having magnetic field lines in different directions. Okay, so this is the general structure or construction of the ferromagnetic material. Ferromagnetic material is made up of small regions. That small regions is nothing but a domains. Each and every domain having magnetic field lines in different directions. Okay. Now, this ferromagnetic material, I would like to place on the external magnetic field. This ferromagnetic material, I would like to place on the external magnetic field. Okay. What will happen after placing? We should see now. Okay. Now, this is the external magnetic field. This is the external magnetic field. Okay. In this ferromagnetic material, I am placing here. In this ferromagnetic material, I am placing here. It is a little bit confusing, so I am drawing only one magnetic field. Just you can remember. So this is the external magnetic field. What is the direction? Top. Okay. Now this ferromagnetic material I am placing on the external magnetic field. After that, what will happen? We'll observe. These are the small regions. Okay, so what is the direction of the ferromagnetic material? Sorry, what is the direction of the external magnetic field? Top. This is the external magnetic field direction, B bar, top, right? Now, whenever you are placing this ferromagnetic material in external magnetic field, whenever you are placing this ferromagnetic material in external magnetic field, you can remember this point, the direction of all the magnetic field lines, the direction of all the magnetic field lines will be converted into direction of the magnetic field, will be followed into direction of the magnetic field. That means what? Initially the direction of this magnetic field lines is this one, correct? Initially the direction of the magnetic field lines in this domain is this side. Initially the magnetic field lines of this domain is top, correct? No? So initially these magnetic field lines are different. Whenever you are placing this ferromagnetic material in external magnetic field, all the magnetic field lines direction will be followed into the direction of the magnetic field. See? So this will be converted like this. What is the magnetic field direction? Top. So this will be converted. And this is moving this direction. But whenever you are placing here, it will be converted. Top. So all the magnetic field lines will be followed into external magnetic field direction. External magnetic field direction. It is an important point, you can remember. Okay. This is the before ferromagnetic material, before placing the external magnetic field. This is after placing the external magnetic field. Okay. So, whenever you are placing the ferromagnetic material in external magnetic field, the direction of all the magnetic field lines is followed the direction of the magnetic field, direction of the external magnetic field. Okay, this is the first point. What change is happening here? One change. All the magnetic field lines is following the direction of the magnetic field. And second point also is there, you can remember this. Whenever you are placing the ferromagnetic material in external magnetic field, whenever you are placing the ferromagnetic material in external magnetic field, the direction of the magnetic field lines, size will be increase, size will be grow. Which magnetic field line size? Which magnetic field lines are already in the direction of the magnetic field? Suppose, I will tell you. This is the before ferromagnetic material. This is the ferromagnetic material before placing the external magnetic field. So this magnetic field line's direction, this magnetic field line direction, and this magnetic field direction is different directions are there. Correct. So can you please, after placing here this ferromagnetic material, after placing this external magnetic field, what happened? All this magnetic field lines is converted into the direction of the, is followed the direction of the external magnetic field, correct? But you can observe this magnetic field directions, this magnetic field lines already in the direction of the magnetic field lines, correct? Initial itself, the direction of the magnetic field lines is following the direction of the external magnetic field. Already this magnetic field direction is that only. Okay, so after placing, what will happen? Initially the direction of the magnetic field lines is this only. After placing, this magnetic field lines direction top only, and external magnetic field direction only top, also top, correct? Both directions, this magnetic field lines direction and the external magnetic field direction, both are going top. So in these cases, the size of the magnetic field lines will be increased. Size means here this much size is there, no? Here size will be increased. Size will be increased. Okay. So here size is little, here more. So I will tell you once again. Whenever a ferromagnetic material is placing an external magnetic field, two things will be happen. What is the two things? First one, all the magnetic field lines, the direction of all the magnetic field lines is followed the direction of the external magnetic field. And second one, the direction of the magnetic field lines will be increased. Which magnetic field lines? Which magnetic field lines are already in the direction of the external magnetic field? These magnetic field lines are already in the direction of the external magnetic field. So this size will be increased. Okay, and these two things will be happen whenever you are placing this ferromagnetic material in the external magnetic field. Okay, so these two things will be happen whenever you are placing the magnetic material into external magnetic field. Okay, now this ferromagnetic material is having some properties. Now we should discuss about that properties one by one. Okay, that properties is magnetic susceptibility is positive and large. Positive and large. You know already magnetic susceptibility means we can denote as Xm. So susceptibility is positive and large in ferromagnetic materials. Second point, relative permeability is large. Relative permeability, which term we can denote? Mu suffix r, mu r, correct no? So relative permeability value is large. Okay, and the magnetic field lines are strongly attracted when it is placed external magnetic field. Magnetic field lines are strongly attracted. Magnetic field lines are strongly attracted by ferromagnetic materials. Ferromagnetic materials when it is placed in external magnetic field. When it is placed in external magnetic field. External magnetic field. So please listen. The magnetic field lines are strongly attracted by ferromagnetic materials. You already know. Whenever we are placing these ferromagnetic materials in any external magnetic field, it will be attract more. Diamagnetic materials, it will repel, it will oppose. Paramagnetic materials, just it will be attracted. Ferromagnetic materials, it will attract strongly. Whenever you are placing this ferromagnetic material in external magnetic field, what will happen? It will be attracting strongly. Okay. And last one is susceptibility is inversely proportional to temperature. Susceptibility is inversely proportional to temperature. Susceptibility means Xm is inversely proportional to temperature. Okay. Susceptibility is inversely proportional to temperature. This is the fourth property of these ferromagnetic materials. Okay. This is the explanation about the classification of materials. I hope you understood the class. If you have any doubts, means after watching the video, please ask. Thank you.